Hi everyone, welcome to another PDQPD. You know, over the years when I've done these videos, sometimes I show you the big splash kind of things that are out there in the technology world as it applies to education, like a new app or a new extension. And other times they're just some small tweaks or updates that they do in the latest Chrome versions. And today is one of those that's just a little update in the Chrome newest version, but I think it's going to make a big impact on your day-to-day operations. And it's something called a reading list. So let's take a look at that. The first thing you need to do in order to make sure you can see the reading list, and I'm going to go up here to the right, and you can see right here where it says reading list. Now, if you don't see this in your Chrome instance, what you need to do is go to your three dots and scroll down to bookmarks and make sure that the show bookmarks bar is checked. That's how you will see the reading list. Now I want to explain a little bit what the reading list is and does and how you can use it for yourself and in your classroom. You can see here that I'm on a website called Free Technology for Teachers, and it's one that I look at a lot because there's a lot of valuable stuff. And Mr. Byrne, who runs this site, he does a lot of posting. And I'm going to scroll down here and just kind of show you his blogs. They pop up. There's from Monday. He'll sometimes post multiple blogs a day. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Now, as I'm scrolling through here, I take a look at this one. This catches my eye because I use Canva quite a bit. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to take me to that particular blog post about features in Canva. Now, this is interesting to me. I want to read this, but I'm really looking for something else right now, and I want to save this for later. There's a couple ways currently you can do it, one of which is using a third-party application like Diigo, which I use a lot. But the problem with Diigo is you have to go up to Diigo, you have to save it, you have to label it. Then when you want to look at it, you have to go back and dig into that again and find that particular article. The next thing you can do is, since this is a website, you could simply bookmark it by clicking this star here to bookmark it. Problem with that comes, and I am very guilty of this, this is my bookmarks list. I have bookmarks in folders, and I have bookmarks everywhere. So I run into the same problem. There's just too much stuff to take a look at when I need one thing. This newest feature is called a reading list, and what it allows you to do is take this website or any website, even a Google Doc, because it has a web address. You can do this with a Google Doc too. You can go up here to the star like you're going to bookmark it, but you see now that you have the option to add the bookmark or add it to a reading list. I'm going to select the add to reading list, and then up here on the right you can see where the reading list is. There's a dot that shows that there's a new address that's been added to the reading list. Now when I click onto the reading list bar, you can see it has added this latest link that I put in here, and I have a few in here that I've already used. Now this allows me to be able to access this quickly from wherever I am. Even if I'm on another device in my Chrome account, I can still access this same reading list. So when I want to come back to it later, it's right there available for me. And you can see here that there are two sections of this. One is the unread list, and the other is the pages you've read list. Now, the way you can change this is you go to whatever entry you want, and you have a little check mark here. You can toggle that check mark. This will mark it as read and takes it down to the bottom, and your unread pages are still up here. Now, if you decide you want to bring it back up to the unread, you can click it again. It takes it back up to the unread. And then if you want to get rid of one after you've read it and you want to discard it totally, you just select the X and it takes away the X. So it leaves you with the ones that you want. Now, wherever I am, if I'm even in another tab, if I go to this reading list, I bring up this particular link and it takes me to the website where I was before. Now, there's a couple of great things about this. You can add as many of these websites to this list as you want. So you're not limited to one or two or three. You can add a whole bunch there. So hopefully you can see some of the possibilities for this. One is if you are searching a lot like I do and like most of us do, and you see something that you want, you can leave it on that reading list for quick access. That's pretty obvious. Other potential ways that you can use this would be if you are working on something and you suddenly get interrupted, but you want to save this page, but you have to leave right away, click this to the reading list, and it'll be there when you open it back up. Even if you log out of Chrome and reopen Chrome, this reading list will be there. So it's going to stay until you delete it. In your classroom, you could use this with your students. If you're having them research some potential resources for a project, they could just bring the resources into the reading list. And then once they've got a body of that, then they can go back to the reading list and read it. So it saves them from clicking on something, reading it through, deciding that wasn't it, going back, looking for something else. It kind of compartmentalizes the process. You could also, if you have a lesson plan that's going to involve a number of websites, you can preload those websites into your reading list. And then when it's time to use them in your class, rather than go in and type it or click on a link somewhere from another page, you can go right to your reading list and click on these to get to the links that you have in your reading list. It's real easy to use, and it's a really great idea. It's not earth-shattering. It's not going to change your world, but I think it can make your everyday work on your device a lot more streamlined. Hope this is helpful to you, and as always, have a great day.